Good morning and welcome to another adventure. It's day 2, morning of day 2 of my sort of Norfolk, Suffolk, bit of Cambridgeshire road trip. So I've been up about half an hour. What I tend to always do when I get up is deflate my sleeping pad and put my sleeping bag away and put my pad away. So I just make my first coffee of the morning. I've got the old Goshawk stove going. This little stove is absolutely brilliant. I love this thing. Great little alcohol stove. It's a bit blowy, the flame in here. That's because I've got the door wide open. Normally I open the vent, undo this top zip, then I can let the flap down to let the fumes out. Not that you get a lot with alcohol. Yeah, so I'm just making a brew. Just been listening to the radio. This has been a perfect, well in fact this whole setup that I've got, so this is a Vango Xenon 2 Plus. The plus bit is the porch. You can get a Vango Xenon 2 but it hasn't got this big porch, so it's just over 2 kilos, packs down really small, but what that means is I can sit in my chair and I can, make my breakfast. Last night I was sitting in my chair, I was just watching a bit of YouTube and editing some photos and stuff and FaceTiming my wife and sending messages to the kids and all that sort of stuff. So that chair, which is the Helinox ground chair, I think it's called, been brilliant because it's very, very light, that one. I think it's about the lightest Helinox do, so it's obviously very small to pack. It's not the easiest to get in and out of, but it is a great chair. Oh, my pot's boiling. Hang on. Bear with, caller. Oh yeah, it's definitely boiling. Yeah, so that chair, this whole setup's been really good. It's really comfortable. If it had been raining last night, then obviously you've just got bags of room. But one of the things that have been one of my favourite things that I've bought in recent times are these Berghaus tent booties, because just when you're sitting in you see the floor's quite damp here, and that's just condensation. And yeah, so just in the evening last night I was sitting around with them on, just your feet are toasty, your socks aren't getting wet, just lets you do your admin, just sit there and get on with stuff. Brilliant bit of kit. I have got these sorts of like mesh trainers that compact down to nothing when you put them in your bag. So, and that's what I go to for have a shower in, or, if I needed to walk to the shop, I've got them. But for just in the tent, because I don't want to get all the mud and water all over the place in the tent. Brilliant bit of kit. Anyway, enough waffling. So I'm just going to make a brew. I've got a boil in my bag for breakfast, so I'm going to have that, and I'm going to get on the way. And sunshine and showers forecast for today. It's red sky in the morning and all that. But what a morning, eh? Been a lot of wildlife on this trip. The birds this morning have been quite vocal, and last night I had a huge flock of birds pass over. It was quite staggering. There's just so many of them. Yeah, which is what you get in this part of the world. You do get a lot of wildlife. Right, okay, let's have breakfast. Catch you in a bit. Having a bit of a glove change for this morning. It's a bit cooler today. Got some on that a bit warmer. Yeah, great night. Yeah, I do love that tent. I think it's been a good buy. It's kind of fits nicely into that hole of being not too big but comfortable when you're there. So I can take it on my sort of lighter adventures. Dickhead. I can take it on my lighter adventures, but on something like this as well. And I've got to bring the Vango Galaxy, which is a bit of a big old tent. It does take a bit longer to put up. Bit of overkill, really. Right, so pegs checked, got everything, no litter. Let's get on the road. Yeah, new bags have been great as well, actually. I've got so much room, they're sort of there's not a lot in them. They feel half empty and dead easy to use. Yeah, I like them. That's been good. Seems strange. Oh, and I bought this look recently at the adventure bike shop because I do love a puck. So supposedly, oh hey, and it is solid. It's really well made. That is not gonna break easily. And in my jacket, I've got like a little string pocket on the side of my jacket here. I don't know if you can see that. I can't even fucking find that thing. Yeah, so that can go in there. So that's really handy. Right, let's get going. It's fairly bright. Nice shish start to the day. The rain hasn't come yet. So we might as well get on our way and get on the road. Yeah, it was really warm last night. I was, if anything, I was a little too warm because I bought my sort of winter sleeping bag, and the problem with that is that you know, really it's designed for about -2. Well, that's the comfort rating, -2. So I'm guessing it was about 9 or 10 last night. It was really warm, and yeah, I kept waking up too warm. Then you strip off a bit and then you're like got a cold back because you've opened up your bag. A lot of campervan motorhomes here on the site. It's a great site, really great site. It's perfect for let me just sort out my app. Yeah, it's perfect for doing a trip like this, and yeah, it's perfect. This site's perfect for a trip like this, and they have actually got some accommodation in here that you can use, some like rooms that you can hire, you know, if you want to go posh, which I think is in this bit here. Yeah, so that's the reception where you check in, and then the garage look is just here, you know, for your fuel and all your supplies. They've got a Costa coffee machine in there that I noticed yesterday, so if you wanted to come down in the morning and have a Costa coffee you could. But there is cafes and that here, like there's a few shops, Fat Face, and there's some other things up the back there. I'm not sure if they're open at the minute though, because you know, we're heading into winter, and well, I say not a lot of people about. It's been really busy. Okay, so day 2, we're going to head now in over towards Hunstanton, follow this coast road along. It is a lovely road, lots of pretty little villages. I have done a few vlogs on this road before actually, as it happens, just when I've been hooking up green lanes. So I'm not going to film into Hunstanton because when I did the Norfolk loop, actually the 2-day green lane loop that I did a few months back, there's Hunstanton's on that. So yeah, so we're just gonna make some progress, keep going down the road, and then obviously eventually we're going to turn left and head south. A lovely morning. So obviously the gates to Sandringham. There's so many lanes in this part of the world that are just empty. They're actually not bad lanes on an adventure bike, you know, roads, tarmac roads here, not green lanes. They are quite nice to be on actually. They get you away from all the traffic and in the countryside. Yeah, it's not to like, eh? Obviously just started raining. It's not too bad though. I'm not sure what this road is actually. There's been hardly a car on it. Mind you, it is 10:30 on a Sunday morning, so I guess a lot of people are reading the paper and having a coffee. Definitely not complaining though. Right, so we're just coming the back way into Ely now, and we could have stayed on the A10. It is generally quite busy there, the A10, so I thought it'd be nice just to get off, get on the back lanes. Yeah, I wanted to get the drone up today, but in this weather, this wind, be lucky if I see it again. Yeah, so there is a really lovely cathedral in Ely. Pretty sure Ely isn't a city. My research for this vlog has been terrible. Do you know what? I can't remember now. Yeah, I'm not sure if it is a city or not. Oh, well, good old Wikipedia. Is a cathedral city and civil parish of Eastern Cambridgeshire. Yeah, there's a cathedral there, look. Wow, that is that is massive. Let's look at these lovely old medieval buildings here. Timber frame building. Yeah, so that's kind of the main high street. But just look at that. Wow. Wow. Anything coming? No. That's pretty staggering, isn't it? Oh, someone's getting married in the rain. Yeah, if I had more time I'd stop, but I've got to go and let the dog out. I'm just about to take the turning off the A10 into Waterbeach and then head off south to Cambridge. So just found there's a BP, Greg's and a shop. So just had a bit of a bite to eat, nice warm cup of coffee. Rain is sort of stopping, it's a bit on and off. I'm toasty warm though, that's the main thing. I'm dry. Morale is good. What is the textbook answer for gloves? Is it gloves under the jacket sleeve or over? Come on, what's the general consensus? Yeah, certainly with this jacket, it doesn't go wide enough to go over certain gloves. It's quite a narrow opening. Anyway, Enough waffling on. Let's get going. Forgot that we actually head into Essex on this loop, into Finchinfield in fact, which is quite the haunt on any given Sunday normally, but we'll find out the cut of the jib of the average Essex biker when we get there, I guess. Idiots. One born every minute. Well, that was a nice road, that. Just coming into Linton and then the other side of Linton, heading towards Saffron Walden now. On a nice day, that's going to be a good road. Yeah, it did look nice and twisty on the map. Yeah, it's quite a big town, Saffron Walden, a lovely town. Definitely worth a stop off if you've got the time. Don't you just hate it when the weatherman's right on a wet day? Oh, they did say sunshine and showers, but we've not really had any sunshine today. It's been pretty miserable. I reckon we're right in the eye of that storm now that the weatherman was on about last night. I suppose at least everything's getting a good weatherproof test. I tell you what I did do before I left, and it's definitely worked, is my USB port down there, look, it's just all open to the elements, and so I packed it with silicone grease before I left. And I've not had anything come up on my phone to say, you know, you sometimes get a warning about water. So that's definitely worked. I've got a different USB thing on my CRF it's pronounced and it's got a lip to it, so you can put a bit of inner tube over it and then zip tie it and then bend the inner tube over so the water can't get in. And on rainy days it really works, and you've just got to worry about the phone end then. But what I used to have to do on this bike was run a USB to a power bank in my bag if the USB was playing up. I'm going to change that though, I don't like that. It's I prefer the other sort. I've got my CRF. Got to say, those Pirelli STRs have been really good today. As much as I hate them off-road, for a sort of general road tyre, they are pretty good. You know, it's been muddy because it's that time of year. They've only just finished, well, I think that in some places they still are getting the sugar beet in. So it's been muddy and lots of sort of leaf, well, that's mud. A lot of leaf mulch and obviously some massive puddles. And just generally shit roads because of the time of year. Yeah, been good. We'll find out how up for it the Essex boys are. I mean, come on, I've got to be honest, I don't think I'd be out there today unless I had to be. So will there be anyone outside the pub and on the green? Go on, place your bets, place your bets. How many? I'm going 2 hardy souls. Well, in fact, look. Well, that is a surprise. There's more than two. That is a surprise. Right, let's just pull in here and reverse in. There's a car behind me. Hey, credit where credit's due, eh? I'm gonna say I bet they're all on adventure bikes. Well done, boys, you surprised me. I take it all back, you're not a bunch of fannies. Oh, I suppose we ought to get a brew now, are you? So this is Finchinfield, obviously this is the green, and this is a massive biker haunt. In summer, on a nice day, it's absolutely rammers here. But obviously, still a few on a crazy wet day in winter. Yeah, it's 1st of December today, so officially it's meteorological winter now. Right, let's get a photo of the legends. Right, most of the bikers are gone now. Obviously a big group of them, I don't know where they'd come from, but they all got up and left together. Right, so I've had a nice latte. I say warm myself up, but I wasn't cold really, but certainly had a nice brew. Right, let me just quickly clean my glasses. Right, so we're on the home stretch now. We've got, well, if I just zoom right out, yeah, so we've just got this little stretch to do now back to Stowmarket, although I'm not going to do all of that because I literally passed my house, so I'm going to stop before that. But we're heading off this direction now over towards Castle Henningham. This is a lovely road down here actually. It's quite a I think that's one of the roads they come for, is that one, the guys that do. So yeah, let's get gloves on and get going. It is a very, very pretty little village. Oh, another windmill, look. Yeah, I have done a few vlogs around this area in North Essex and, you know, passing through these villages, and they are very, very pretty. It's not kind of what a lot of people would expect of Essex. I guess after all that rain my microphone was bound to give up, but thankfully it waited for the last bit of the video before it did so. So I'm just coming into the village of Lavenham here in South Suffolk, and Lavenham is generally regarded as one of the best kept medieval villages in the UK. It really, really is a pretty village with dozens and dozens of listed medieval timber frame buildings, and yeah, it's a lovely village. So you come down Church Street onto the High Street. So there's a couple of shops here and a couple of cafes. and lots to see. There's 2 co-ops, in fact. There's one at the bottom of the hill and one at the top of the hill. Yeah, so we're just going to take this little road up here that takes you on to the Market Square area and by the Guild Hall. I mean, just look at this for a fabulous old building, the old Guild Hall. Yeah, there's obviously a lot to see and do in Lavenham if you've got the time. So you could park up there at the top by the Guild Hall and spend a half an hour or so walking around, grab a bite to eat and a drink maybe, and just have a look-see. Yeah, this building here on the right is called De Vere House. It's where they did some of the filming for one of the Harry Potter films. You've got to admit, the whole village looks like something from Harry Potter. It's very, very, very pretty and well preserved. Okay, so that's us. So we're just making our way out of the village now, back onto the route, and then picking up the road over towards Stowmarket. This is actually a really nice road. It goes through a couple more really nice villages and then onto Stowmarket. I hope you've enjoyed this 2-day trip. I certainly did. It's been a nice ride, and I've taken some nice roads. And as I said on day 1, East Anglia isn't the Lake District, but it is something that's a bit different. There's some nice scenery, there's some nice roads, and generally you do get some nice weather. It is the warmest, driest part of the UK, so it makes sense to head that way in winter if you're looking for somewhere to go on your bike, do a bit of a trip. As ever, if I think there's anything useful, I'll share a link to it in the description below, and I'll also share a link to the GPX files so you can follow the route along if you want to. Of course, if you've got any questions, then stick in a question in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you want to ask me about, bits of kit or the route, anything really, just stick in a comment and I'll get back to you. So thanks for watching, thanks for coming along for the ride. I hope you've enjoyed it. You know what I'm going to ask you to do now is just do a little bit of clicking if you've liked the video and you think it's worth coming back for some more. So please think about subscribing to the channel. Or failing that, then hopefully if I don't see you back at the channel, well then hopefully I'll see you out on the trail riding your bike. So from me, from Mike, hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.